Hey guys, and welcome back. As a simulation games fan, I'm always hunting them everywhere. Simulation is my number one category where I can enjoy a similar life to the real ones. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Bakery Simulator, a game that I think hasn't received the value it deserves. So before we kick off, get your bretzel and beer and let's go. Bakery Simulator is a game where you can have your very own bakery. You can prepare and bake a bunch of bakery stuff and products that vary from normal bread to bagels or donuts or pretzels, with an opportunity to add some spices that add to your reputation at the end of the working day. I'm not going to give a thorough review because you can find reviews of this game on YouTube. I'm just gonna highlight some points in the game. Since its release in May 2022, the last update was in July 2022, where developers tried to fix some issues. And then the game went cold, no idea why. The game has a lot of potential of becoming a remarkable game regarding baking, with games like Cooking Simulator concentrating only on pizza and cookies, with other slow food. But no other game presented baking as detailed as this game. I'm not saying it's the only baking game, I'm just saying that it has so many details that it really looks like a real bakery. No news from the developers about any new updates or DLCs, or about another game. That's a pity. Yet, some issues could still be worked on. For example, whenever you are baking anything with seeds or nuts, sesame seeds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, the shape never changes, regardless of the seeds. Whenever you try to use the machine to shape even pieces, the seeds never appear when it's on the breadboard, but appear only after the cut. The issue with moving the big mixing bowl with trays flying around. Also when putting the trays into the oven. Sometimes it's just impossible and you have to try multiple times before it finally works. I really like the atmosphere in the game and the opportunity to use a variety of ovens depending on the size of the order. Also the way of measuring ingredients, which allows you to fix only the last ingredient you added, in case you mess up. The feature I love the most is the short background of every type of baking goods you have, plus the recipe how to prepare it, so you can do it on your own. You can do it manually, just like the old bakeries in the old days, or you can use the technology to mix, shape, and bake the goods. Almost, and I say almost, everything in the game is perfect, and I'm talking about game without many updates, so you can imagine what a monster this game could be if it received a little more attention. I'm not gonna talk about the feature of delivering goods by car since it's a baking game, not a driving game. Another issue I found, when making muffins and loaves, you can't use the same tray again. You have to throw the old one after adding the baked goods to the order box, and then add new trays. This isn't an issue after completing the story mode, since you will end up with a handful of cash. But when playing the main story, the cash could be an issue. Why can't we just use the same tray twice? No idea. The biggest issue comes after you are done with all orders, delivering them, and then starting a new day. You can't go to the very first bakery. And so here, after paying a tip for the driver, you can make sure all goods are delivered properly, nothing is damaged, and then you will see the result of the end of the working day, and you can see here the extra tips you get for adding the right spice, and then the reputation appears. Again, the problem here is every time you finish a day, you go to the very first bakery. By the way, there are 3 bakeries in the game, so the better reputation means bigger bakeries. The more your reputation increases with other restaurants, the bigger bakeries you are given. You have to go to the blueprint whenever you start the day. You have to go to the blueprint, press on it, then main menu, skip the day, then again the same steps with the second bakery, and then you do the very same steps until you reach the biggest bakery, the one where you made your baked goods in the first place. Not to mention that when you are moved to the small bakery, you already have an order, which is the same regardless how many times you respawn there. In general, I really love this game. Nice graphics, great idea, great potential of being something much bigger. I'd really love to see more of it. It's too bad why developers have been ignoring it, despite the fact the feedback on Steam Store is really good. And with that being said, we have reached the end of this video. If you have ever played this game, share your thoughts in the comments. If not, I would highly recommend you give it a shot. On sale, it's about 14 euros, but it's worth the price. Anyone who is a fan of such games will definitely fall in love with this game. I hope this short and brief review helped you get some ideas or a better image about this game, which I truly believe deserves more improvement. It deserves more chances. Even from the first release, it was nice. It was great, at least for me. So just imagine, guys, how it might become if it were given more attention. Again, thank you very much for watching, and see you later in another video.